Hello, folks, and welcome to a new game, Limbus Company. And this is a Millie song, I think. Yeah, this is a Millie song. I don't know if I can show this. Please, don't kill me. This is the third game in Project Moon's series, by the by. Third game in the series, and I would like to cover the other two, but at the time of recording I don't know if they're video policy. But I was like, you know what, fuck it, I want to try a bit of Limbus Company. I keep seeing about it. Let's give it a shot. It's a bit of a remix of the one I know. There, does that look better on your end? Yeah. Clean all Cathy. Clear all Cathy? Face the sin. Save the ego. Sign in with Steam. I read very quickly, you didn't even see it. Oh. Well, it gives me a chance to read this. 1. The City in the Nests. We understand the unique situation you find yourself in, Executive Manager. I'll also lay down a number of key facts about the world here. In case you become unfamiliar with your surroundings, we live in a massive city, divided into 26 districts. Each district has a central area called the Nest, whose inhabitants are under protection of a corporate entity overseeing the district, much like a bird brooding its eggs. As the corporation's protectionists and extend beyond the nest boundaries, the dwellers of the back streets have to fend for themselves. 2. The Wings. This term does not refer to a bird's bodily structure. However, one can't deny a wing's role resembles that of a bird caring for its nest. The wings are a collective term that we use to refer to the 26 biggest conglomerates in the city. These wings contribute to the quality of life in the city via stunning technological feats known as singularities. Under the jurisdiction of a wing, the citizens of each nest enjoy comfortable and glorious, at least in my own ears. Under the jurisdiction of a wing, the citizens of each nest enjoy comfortable and safe lives. However, that changes the moment the wing is snapped or plucked with its feathers. Historically, the fall of a wing has accompanied events of considerable magnitudes. In time, a new wing will rise to fill that vacant spot. In the meantime, though, no one can guarantee your safety in its fallen nest. Lobotomy Corporation, a former wing that was located in Nest L. Lobotomy Corporation, or L Corp, LC for short, was an energy company that produced an ample supply of power for the city. The corporation has fallen since the White Nights and Dark Days incident. The spot of Nest L's wing remains unclaimed to this day. Because the former L Corp's energy grids had encompassed the city, its branches were built in various places. Though these branch facilities have all fallen to ruin with the collapse of the wing, you should still be able to find valuable goods, along with possibly the most dangerous beings you'll face. The Golden Boughs. Within the depths of these facilities lie the Golden Boughs, the essence of Lobotomy Corporation's energy production technology, or what's left of it. Its appearance is exactly as the name suggests, a tree branch radiating a golden glow. Your objective as an executive manager is to obtain the Golden Boughs. Of course, any citizens of the city will be attracted by the promise of the infinite possibilities these items possess. The task of retrieval will not be easy as grabbing goods from a convenience store. We implore you to collect all the Golden Boughs with prudent decision-making. Abnormalities. Lobotomy Corporation used to produce energy using creatures they dubbed abnormalities. As the term suggests, these peculiar entities range from unfathomably bizarre and terrifying creatures to outwardly, unremarkable beings capable of causing potentially catastrophic events as a result of incorrect management procedures. After Wing's unexpected and swift collapse, Most of the branches were subject to a burial protocol, trapping those creatures on the ground alongside the likely oblivious employees. By now, the employees have most likely passed away, but then abnormalities don't succumb as easily. You can expect them to still prowl the rooms of these sealed facilities. Ego. Lobotomy Corporation was said to have possessed technology allowing them to extract weapons and armor from these abnormalities. It is suspected to be created using technology that manifests their inner sides in material form, but unfortunately we're not able to recover any means to replicate it. Relevant departments predict that their sinners will be able to manifest ego of their own, depending on their course of action. In addition, they expect ego from abnormalities to be available via emotional attachment. Encephalon. This refers to the form of energy Lobotomy Corporation produced. While commonly known as a source of electricity, this is not the only use for it. This green substance, which normally exists in liquid form, is known to induce a considerable state of relaxation. Formal L Corp administered appropriate doses of encephalon to its employees, suffering under great amounts of stress from increased work efficiency. However, overdose or exposure on refined forms of the substance, well, let's say it didn't seem to end well. Fixers. Fixers are the all-round handyman of the city, handling their clients' various cases and instances. One doesn't simply become a fixture by declaring it to be one, in order to acquire fixture license officially. One must rap on the door of an office authorized by the associations, or visit one of the associations in person. Furthermore, the license is only beginning. To rise through the ranks and earn higher grades, they must prove themselves through trackable performance. Of course, some are uninterested in career advancement altogether. While fixers exist to solve these problems, those secret-ace fixers can be sources of problems themselves. He plays a fixer in his second game, Library of Runa. Not a game that I would like to try, but again, I don't know their video policy. The only game that they have a stated video policy on is this, and it's don't harm the company's standing, don't try and make money directly off the game outside of like advertisements, like ad rev or donations, and at the start of each video stick in clear letters a particular statement. Now it's a little tedious sticking that in, but it's not the worst of requirements. Associations and offices. The associations are major organizations that supervise and manage fixers. The HANA Association is at the center of all fixer-related affairs. Cases occurring in the city are handed over to associations according to their specialities, and they then distribute those cases to fixers that are deemed to be best suited for the job. Office is similar to an association in that it's an organized group of fixers, but it's usually far smaller in scale. Some offices are directly affiliated with an association that issues tasks to them, others see clients and requests on their own. As some aptly put it, there are as many offices as there are fixers. A great number of offices exist in the city, seeing constant waves of new entities as well as those sucked up by metaphorical riptides. And we've now moved back around. So, this is a little annoying that I have to get into this to download, because I thought I was going to get to play right now. I do hate when games pull out. Music's nice though. But I don't think it's nice enough for me to just, like, keep the recording going until this finishes downloading. It's going quick enough, but not quick enough. I was kind of tired to begin with, so I was like, hoping to play a little, but I'm waiting for this as a bit of a commitment. Oh well. But yeah, I do plan, if I can, on doing the other games in the series at some point. Oh, this isn't designed to support controllers. Huh. I thought I saw something that it was. Maybe I pop back to project mode for a second. Okay. Bottom corporate can't. I saw it with Library Runa. Library Runa can use controller support. Partial. This can't. Well, that's tedious. Just the way I'm recording right now requires a controller. My keyboard and mouse is too flaky, and recording from the bed rather than sitting at the table. It's the chair. Firstly, the chair is terrible. Secondly, this is kind of comfy. I'm under the blankets right now. I'm props up on my pillow. It's nice. The only way it would be nicer is if I had like an arm here for a monitor to be in front of me. But I'm gonna have to run a cable from my PC at the other side of the room over it. It'll be messy. Do we have wireless monitors yet? Or at least, you know, signal-wise. Doubt it. But so yeah, I'll just tuck this away, this bit of a recording away, and when I can actually play it, I'll do so. So, I'll let future me take over. Till then, folks. Till then. Hello, folks, and welcome back to Limbus Company. Oh, I didn't click that button. No wonder this wasn't focusing on the game. The game's also currently wrongly sized. I can't full screen it for some reason. You just have to humor this till I can hit an options menu. I do wonder if the video policy for this applies to the rest of their games. But yeah, it's been probably a few months since I recorded the first half of this episode, or the preceding half that you've seen. But I decided, fuck it, I want to come back and play some of this, at least for a little bit. I'm just not sure what to play right now, and well, this game's free. So, we'll give it a shot. I just wish it downloaded a bit faster. I'm impatient. The music is nice though. Nicer with the lyrics, but yeah, I'm just like for lyrics. Millie, they're the same band that did the Goblin Slayer songs, among a few other things. Oh, please be quick. I only started this because I told her we're done. I've been weighing up and debating what to play, and I'm still not entirely sold on playing this. I've also been mildly tempted, thinking of I really should go edit. hell did I say? My mind blanks too fucking much. I've been thinking of streaming recently, and I feel that streaming would help me get over this, or it would break me completely. One or the other. Honestly, sounds fine either way. One, it'll stop being an issue. Two, I will stop caring. Sounds fine either way. Oh, it's supersonic. Whatever way I looked, that's all I saw for a moment. Just a golden bow. You know the thing that pushed me into trying this? The friggin' Otis memes. The horny posting about it are shocking. Awful. Alright, I'm gonna pause this again. I'm just worried that there's gonna be a cutscene the moment it's done or something, and I'm gonna miss out. Back in a bit. Hey folks, and I'm back. Though the moment this is done loading and I can pause, I'm doing so. Can't remember if I locked that front door, and it's just midnight. I don't believe in fairies, so I need to get that closed in case one decides to barge in. Oh, here we go.
이제 알았어? 뛰어봤자 벼룩이라는 걸.
Do you see now? You can't run from us. Me? You there? Interrupt me just as I was engraving thee. You must be out of your...
엄밀히 따져보면 스승님이 하려는 게 도시의 금기는 아니더라.
If we're being technical, what our master has planned apparently isn't one of the city's taboos.
아무도 시도할 생각조차 못했던 그런 일이라고 해야 하나?
It's just the kind of thing that no one has ever dared to consider. You catch my drift?
어라? 근데 이 녀석
Huh, would you look at that?
그 사이에 머리를 갈아 끼웠군. 원래 당신 같은 자들은 준비성조차 철저한가?
You managed to get a different head in so fast. Do people like you always come prepared? Just wait till I get there. You'll be no match for my...
아무래도 저 대가리엔 입까지는 없는 모양인데?
I guess that new noggin doesn't come with a mouth, huh?
째깍거리는 소리만 들리네. 속에서는 비명이라도 지르는 걸까?
Yep, taking is all I can hear. You think they're screaming on the inside? Gah!
째깍대는 소리가 빨라지는 걸 보니 아파하기는 하나 봐.
It's ticking faster, so I guess they can still feel pain. Just close this other thing. Damn it. Why am I being attacked? Not good. Memories are dissolving already. That was done too quick.
뭐야? 이젠 잠잠하네. 그럼 슬슬 끝내자.
Wow, they've gone quite already. Let's get this over with.
늑대, 여긴 누구도 오지 않고 누구도 볼 수 없는 곳이야. 뭐가 그리 급해?
Oh, this is a place no one visits and somewhere none can see. What's the hurry?
우린 가르침을 따라야 해. 시간을 끌어서는 안 되니까.
We must follow our teachings. We can't drag on any longer.
그렇지만 우리가 살면서 언제 이런 녀석을 죽여보겠어?
Yeah, but this is a moment of a lifetime. We're not gonna get second chance to kill someone of this caliber.
사자, 너는 일을 할 때 너무 감정적이야. 공과 사는 구분하면 좋겠군.
Fine. You have a tendency to grow too emotional during your jobs. Hope you show some discretion.
얼굴을 보고 싶었는데 아쉽게 됐어. 당신의 별이 어디 있는지는 알려주지 않겠지.
It's a shame. I wanted to have a look at your face. I reckon you won't tell us where your star is, right? Like how I am. I'm taking this location to the grave with. Damn it. Where was supposed to be again? My memories are escaping me too quickly.
그렇군. 입이 없었지.
Right. Now I'm out.
자연히 그것을 찾을 방법도 이자에게선 얻을 수 없겠군.
Which in turn means we will learn how to acquire it from this person.
그럼 이제 끝내도 돼?
Can I end them now?
그래.
Sure. Huh?
이거 무슨 소리야? 표범, 설마 뒤에다가 추적자들을 달고 온 거야?
Hey, what's that noise? Don't tell me, Panther. Did you allow yourself to be tracked?
아니, 쫓아올 자는 아무도 없었어. 짐승일 확률은
No, there's no one that could have pursued me. Perhaps a wild animal?
짐승 소리가 아니야. 이건
This is not the sound a beast would make. It's
버스.
a bus.
저런 게 어떻게 여기까지 굴러들어왔지?
How did it even end up here?
조난당한 버스인가 본데?
Must have taken a wrong turn.
길을 잘못 든 죗값은 생각보다 무거울 테.
The price they'll pay for taking the wrong road will be heavier than they expect.
사자가 밀린 거야?
Best of the lion's strength. What, did she try to fist fight a bus?
여전히 내 눈이 틀림없다면 당신은 영광의 항구에 이르겠지.
If my eyes are still right, then you'll reach the Harbor of Glory. Who are you? That nameplate says Faust?
어두운 숲에서 길을 잃었군요.
You've lost your way in a dark forest. I'm sorry. What?
하지만 당신은 두렵지 않았어요.
Yet you're not overcome.
왜일까요?
Yet you're not overcome with fear. Why was that? That's. I could simply lift my head to find the star.
그래요.
That's right.
이제 그 형상을 되뇌면서 제가 하는 말을 마음으로 외치세요.
Now, repeat with the heart what I tell you aloud as you remind yourself of that image.
너의 별을 따라가거라.
Follow your star. Follow your star. At that moment, I felt a sudden thump in my head, followed by the staying of several chains penetrating my chest. Okay, pain and anguish. Not gonna do a scream at. Well, one, I'm not a VA. I wouldn't try that. Wouldn't sound well. Two, it's 30 minutes to 12.
걱정하지 마세요. 정말로 심장을 못 쓰게 된 게 아니니까.
Relax. Though it may feel otherwise, your heart is still functional.
이것으로 계약은 완료되었습니다.
With this, the pact has been sealed.
단테, 이제 저희는 당신의 시간에 귀속되었습니다.
Dante, from this Tae fort, we are bound to your time. What do you...
이제 저희의 심장이 멎고 뛰면 당신의 시각이 어디 위치하는지에 따라 달렸습니다.
The beating of our hearts now depends on where your hands fall.
잘 부탁드려요.
I hope you'll make a fine leader. Hour?
정말 이걸로 된 건가요?
Is that really everything?
사과 한 알이 떨어졌어.
A single apple has fallen.
이 사람은 아직도 이상한 소리만 하네.
This guy's still not making any sense.
찌뿌둥해. 이제 움직여도 되는 거지?
Jeez, the wave was killing me. Finally some action now?
뭐 몸을 풀어보는 것도 나쁘진 않겠지.
Well, I guess we could use a little warm-up.
불쌍하게 나뒹굴고 있는 저것은 뭐지? 우리의 마지막 대원이 될 자인가?
What is that wretch riding on the what is that wretch miserably riding on the ground? It'll be the newest addition to the team. Okay, I honestly cannot see that character without seeing the memes. That's why I kind of hate seeing that kind of thing before I get to see the property. Like, people posting like, oh, here's art of the character. I like seeing that after I've seen the original work. So the art is my, formative image of the character. Because now all I can see is, fertility aid pills when I see her. And so on and so forth.
말 조심하는 게 좋을 걸. 우리 상사가 될 뿐이래.
You might want to watch your words. I heard that there's soon to be boss.
습격은 순식간이었을 텐데 용케 머리를 숨겼군요.
The attack must have happened in an instant. I'm impressed you managed to hide your head. Who are you people? What's up with this boss?
우리는 당신을 돕기 위해 찾아온 정의의 사자들이고 이건 원하는 곳은 어디든 갈 수 있는 마술 버스죠.
We are bearers of justice who've come to aid you, and this is the magical bus that takes us wherever we wish to go. Justice. Boss, I don't...
그런 대답을 바라는 거 아니었어요? 그렇게 생각하는 쪽이 마음 편할 테니.
Wasn't that what you expected to hear? Either way, you're better off believing us to be your saviors.
시간도 없고 유리한 상황도 아니니까 천천히 하지만 한 번만 설명하죠.
We're racing against time and the situation isn't in our favor, so let me explain this once. After some time passed. So, if I'm not mistaken here, and I do as you've said, those total strangers will fight for me.
맞아요. 당신이 올바르게 명령을 내린다면요.
Correct. So long as you give them the right orders. Alright. So we killed these arrogant vandals dead. Then I'll go back to where I was. And... what was I doing? Where was I when I did that? Something extremely important was upon me. Something I shouldn't forget.
진정해요.
Calm down.
그 머리로 기억이 온전할 리가.
Calm down. It's only natural to happen with your current head.
지금은 눈앞에 놓인 전투에 집중하죠, 단테.
You should focus on the struggle at hand, Dante.
뭐라고 불러야 할지.
Well, pardon. I'm not sure how I should address you. Presumably an insult. I'm just curious which one. Clown?
시계 지휘관님?
아.
아무튼 전투 명령을 내려주십시오.
Clock. Will Commander Clock suffice? In any case, we wait your orders.
뭘 명령까지야. 각계전투밖에 답이 없지 않나?
Do we really need orders? Seems like going one-on-one is the only way.
저기요.
Huh? Hey.
뭘 쑥덕대고 있는 거야? 다 으스러뜨리면 그만이잖아.
Quit running off your mouths. We just need to crush them all.
최선을 다해 주세요, 단테.
Please do your best, Dante. There's no two ways about it, I suppose. Coin's power may increase or decrease depending on the face it lands on. Allow me to show you the basics of management and command. You can give orders to sinners by connecting chaining skills on the dashboard at the bottom of the screen. Press and hold this gear on the left. Funky music. From here, form a chain of skills all the way to the gear on the right hand side. After you form a chain of skills, press the right gear to begin combat.
행동을 개시합니다.
Appears we need a powerful attack. Let's form a proper chain for it. By chaining 2 or more skills of the same affinity this turn, you'll cause resonance. Resonance input. Resonance boosts the damage of skills with the same sin affinity. Their color, in other words. The power of each skill is boosted by the number of skills that come before it.
폭들을 제거하겠소.
That wasn't enough. Let's strike them even harder. Try chaining their skills again. By training 3 or more of the same affinity in direct succession, you'll cause absolute resonance. As we've covered, training 3 or more, every skill under absolute resonance receives a power boost based on their total number. Likewise, this boost especially shines with more resonating skills.
행동을 개시합니다.
You'll find yellow stagger thresholds on the health bars of both sinners and enemies. What is a stagger? When an attack puts a unit's HP below one of the yellow tiled thresholds, they become staggered. While staggered, all physical resistance drop change to fatal. If a unit's HP drops past multiple stagger thresholds in a single turn, their stagger level will increase. This stagger level can go up to 3, and as it increases, the damage unit takes is amplified. Well done, we've staggered an enemy. Now keep up the fight with what I've taught you so far. Okay, it seems just to be about matching colors. Like I can't see the individual stats. Like say if the moves have different stats between them. It's more about matching colors. Okay, so if I go this, 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 this. Actually, wait. This, this, this. No. Ah, okay. It's one or the other. I was hoping I could get maybe 3 minutes? No, no. If I go this way, I can pair those, but if I want to pair those, I have to go that way. There's no way to get both. He's not faring well.
좋아, 간다.
Okay. Red, it doesn't really matter. As far as I can see, other ones up this way. Maybe it's what's coming next turn? All I can do, sadly.
좋은 전략이네요. 가보죠.
Jesus. Is that scripted? Did it...
이해가 되지 않는군. 이런 것들에게 사자가 당했다고.
I don't get it. This is what Lion struggled against?
잠깐만.
Whoa, hang on.
방금까지 싸웠던 사람이 말하긴 그렇지만 이건 대화로 볼 수 있는...
I know this is kind of weird coming from someone you were just fighting, but pretty sure we can talk this out.
이건
This
이상적이지 않소.
is unideal.
처음부터 말이 안 되는 싸움이라고 생각했는데.
I knew it was a ridiculous idea to put up a fight against him.
다들 장난해? 난 시작도.
Are you all kidding? I haven't even. What the hell is going on? You said you'll fight in my stead.
이겨준다는 말은 안 했어요.
We never promised to win said fights. What?
그리고 저만 남았네요.
And it seems that I'm the only survivor. Okay. So you were waiting for this. You've some hidden card up your sleeve, right?
비장의 수라기보단 그저
Not necessarily a trump, no. Rather,
별을 따라가는 거죠.
it's a falling star.
단체로 자살놀이라도 하는 건가? 썩 유쾌하진 않군.
What is this? Some kind of suicidal performance? Not the funniest lives to end. What am I supposed to do? They jumped in triumphantly only to die like flies. Gah, can't remember a thing about the past since I repeated what she said. Is this how I die?
뱀에게 전해라, 거짓 사자.
Tell the serpent this, false line.
이건 막을 수 없는 흐름이라고.
This flow cannot be stopped.
붉은색. 왜?
Red. But why?
내가 왜 팔다리만 잘라낸 줄 아나?
Do you know why I only dismembered those two?
그래야 사지 멀쩡한 네가 저들을 데리고 허둥지둥 이곳을 벗어날 테니까.
Because at least one of you needs to be able to carry the rest out of here.
달아난 팔과 다리를 대체해줄 놈이 너밖에 없으니.
And you're the only one left to offer them any help.
붉은 시선.
The red gaze.
그렇게 노려보지 마. 네 놈들이 해놓은 짓에 비하면 별것도 아니잖아.
Don't glare at me like that. This is nothing compared to what you did.
그 정도 부상이면 위에서도 충분히 할 일을 했다고 생각할 거다. 혼장처럼 여기라고.
With wounds like those, I'm sure your boss will recognize that you did your part. Consider them a Medal of Honor.
아니면
Unless
여기서 명줄을 놓고 싶은가?
you want this to be the end of your life. Who are you one of them? You're too late. They're already.
늦은 건 아무것도 없습니다, 단테.
No one is too late, Dante.
우리에게 필요한 건 오직
There's only one thing we need.
되돌릴 시간뿐이니까.
A little time to rewind. I'm suddenly overwhelmed by a sharp pain in my chest, as though my heart were being torn asunder, followed by flashes in the ribs, intestines, stomach, and lungs. Ah! Engulfed in a deluge of torment, twisting and squeezing my entire body, I let out an agonizing scream. You. My fading consciousness, the only thing I could perceive, was the deceased flesh reconstructing in a bizarre manner.
앞으로도 끝내주게 고통스러울 겁니다, 단테.
You'll suffer plenty from now on, Dante. And the voice of the man with red eyes. I hear the howl of a beast somewhere. It cries ceaselessly. Is it welling out of hunger or...
움찔움찔거려. 일어난 걸까?
They're being itchy-twitchy. Did they get up?
드디어 정신을 차렸군. 버티지 못하고 골러갔으면 조금 실망할 뻔했어.
Awake at last. Would have been a tad bit disappointed if you could croaked on us.
상쾌한 아침. 나는야 버스기사 카런.
Fresh morning. This is Karen, the bus driver.
아침은 아니지만 상쾌하긴 하겠어. 기분이 어떻습니까, 단테?
It's not morning, but I guess it's refreshing. But I could guess it's refreshing. How do you feel, Dante? Oh,
제각거리는군. 의사소통이 안 되는 건 제법 곤란한데.
tick-tocking like a clock. There's some language barrier this is.
저는 베르길리우스라고 합니다. 이 말이 제대로 들린다면 무언가 이해했다는 행동이라도 취하시죠, 단테.
You may call me Virgilius. If you can understand what I'm saying, give me some kind of reaction, Dante. Apparently, Limbus Company has tons of literary references. Dante, Virgil, Dante's Inferno, the Divine Comedy, all the sinners that were there earlier, references. It sounds interesting, certainly. So I gave him a quick nod since he didn't seem hostile.
좋아, 듣는 것엔 문제가 없군. 일단 출발하지, 카론.
Good. At least your hearing is functional. Let's ride, Khan.
출발할게. 부릉부릉.
Now departing. Vroom vroom. There's a heavy roar and vibrations as though they echoed from the bottom of a deep mire. It was then that I realized I was aboard a bus. Bus. Can't be sure if I've ever ridden such a vehicle in the past.
당신이 누구였는지는 기억합니까?
Do you remember who you were? I shook my head to say no. I'd been reminded that my head was now a clinking mechanism.
원래 기억을 되찾고 싶겠군. 그렇지 않나?
I suppose you want your memory back. Am I right? I nodded. Sure feel like an idiot.
아, 매끄럽군. 다들 이렇게 몸짓으로만 말하면 안 되는 건가?
Smooth as it gets. What's to stop the rest of you from adopting this gesture-based communication?
어떻게 생각하지, 파우스토 씨?
Also, apparently the boss is called Mephistopheles. Demon Lord, but I don't remember what's their, field of sphere of influence was. One of them was Lord of Flies, but I can never remember which one. And Faust. That one's on the edge of my mind.
파우스트는 사양하고 싶어요.
Faust will kindly turn down the offer.
저희가 매끄럽게 몸을 움직일 수 있는 상황이 그렇게 많지는 않을 것 같으니까요.
I doubt we'll have that much freedom over our own bodies most of the time. She's the one who spoke to me back in the forest. Her silver hair that glistens even without sunlight gives off a rather mysterious air.
단테.
Dante. Come to think of it, Red-Eyed Man has been calling me that too.
단테는 당신의 이름이에요. 이름까지 잊으셨군요.
Dante's your name. The amnesia must be affecting you rather severely. Sure looks like it. That doesn't sound like a familiar word.
점차 익숙해질 거랍니다.
You'll get used to it in time. Wait, you can understand me? The group that attacked me earlier, that Virgie or whatever he was called, seemed to hear nothing but clicking from me. Ticking.
파우스트에게는 제대로 된 단어로 들린답니다.
Faust can hear what you intend to speak. You really can, but how? I don't even have a real mouth.
그런 구시대적인 발상은 머리를 바꾸어서 생긴 건가요?
Outdated ideas must be one of the side effects that come with your head replacement.
성대나 혀 따위의 발성기관이 있어야만 대화를 할 수 있다는 건 시대착오적인 이야기죠.
It's anachronistic to think that vocal organs such as chords or tongue are necessary to participate in conversation. Anachronistic? Right, never considered that.
당신의 말은 한 사람에게만 보낼 수도 있고 모두에게 전달할 수도 있답니다.
You can limit the recipient of your words to one person or choose to speak to everyone at once.
모두라는 말은 수정해야겠군요. 수감자들에게만 해당하는 이야기예요.
A little clarification. When I say everyone, I'm only referring to the sinners. Sinners?
당신의 뒤에 앉아 있는
The people who've taken seats behind you.
방금까지 당신을 대신해서 싸운 사람들을 말하는 겁니다.
And the ones who fought in your stead until moments ago.
그대가 이 여정을 함께할 마지막 조각인가? 얼마나 기다렸는지 모르네.
What ho! So thou art the final piece that completes our journey's cast. How I have yearned for this moment.
아, 형씨, 머리통은 어디다가 팔아넘겼어?
Say, Bao, where'd you sell your old cranium off?
당신이었군요. 당신 덕에 박살나 있던 척추가 말끔하게 돌아왔어요. 혹시 둥지에서 의사 일이라도 했나요?
So was you. Thanks for putting my spine back into one piece. Were you a surgeon or something in the nest?
다들 닥쳐라. 잡음이 겹치는 것만큼 불쾌한 것도 없으니.
Everyone quiet, not as much displeasing than to hear a choir of noises.
자기 소개가 필요한 시점인가 보군.
Yeah. I suppose you all owe them a brief introduction. Grab the headset cable. Should pause, just leave. Deal with the other thing.
그럼 가벼운 인사를 나눌 시간을 주겠다. 앞에 앉은 것부터 시작.
I'll give you time to make yourselves known, starting with the closest one. Go on.
왜 이름은 항상 앞자리부터인지. 앞에 나서는 건 이제 진절머리가 나는데.
Why is it always the ones in front that go first? I'm sick of taking any sort of lead now.
당신이 우리를 이끌 뭐더라? 관리자라고 하던데.
I heard you were going to be our boss, or our manager. Manager?
그래. 그래서 어떤 인물인지 굉장히 궁금했는데 말이야.
Yeah, which is why I was real curious to meet you and...
역시 뭔가 말을 만드는 건 어려워.
Forming the right sense is tough work.
머리통은 어디 팔아먹었는지 모르겠지만 저마다 사정은 있는 법이니까.
Don't know what you did with your old head, but I guess everyone has their story.
나는 그레고르라고 한다. 잘 부탁한다고 관리자 양반.
I'm Gregor. We're in this together, mantra bud. This sinner is relatively easy to handle in terms of personality. However, an upsurge of emotion or sudden change of environment may cause parts or the whole of his body to transform into insectile. noticeably akin to a carapace resembling that of the tissues. If you do not wish to be a rude manager, not that you are obliged to be nice, we recommend keeping your facial expression in check so your disgust is not visible to him. Sometimes use cynical language, but it can still be reasoned with, and you can get around them without much difficulty as long as you are in the knack of it.
그래, 양반이 뭐야 양반이. 이제부터 우리한테 엄청난 돈을 가져다 줄 사람한테.
Haven't heard much about this character. Greg, they aren't just your bud or pal. Don't person will make us filthy rich.
그래?
Greg? Rich? What's that about?
양반보다는 단테. 이름으로 부를게. 당신도 나를 로제라고 불러.
Let's see what's better. Dante. Don't mind me if I call you by name. You can call me Rodya. The unfortunate traits of being Backstreet's born are apparent in this sinner. She loves money, gambling, and betting, so is advised to pay close attention to her as manager. She tends to deflect orders with unimpressive wink, or a silly joke. We recommend taking a stern stance at times to remind her that you are her superior. Mood may be down at regular intervals. Nothing you can do to aid her in that state, so we recommend waiting for it to pass.
난 당신이 우리의 관리자가 된 데 이유가 있다고 믿어.
I think there's a good reason you became our manager.
분명 원래는 둥지에 굉장한 사람이었겠지. 그때 버릇을 조금만 내비쳐도 우리한테 돈이 주르륵 들어올 생각을 하니?
I'm sure. It used to be a big deal back in the nest, right? When your old habits start coming back, we'll be that much closer to rolling in the dough. Then I laugh. She does have sociability. We'll give her that.
아차, 내 정신 좀 봐. 예, 다음은 네 차례야.
Oh gosh, look at me keeping on. Hey kid, it's your turn next.
안녕하세요.
Good day. Sinclair. I think I've seen you come up a little.
아우, 시시해. 그게 끝이야?
Boring, that's it?
싱클레어라고 해요.
Oh, I'm Sinclair. Even with volatile nature of human growth around his age taken into consideration, since Sinner seems particularly startled or seems to get particularly startled or frown when spoken to. He's used to real combat at the moment, meaning he may struggle to keep himself together at the sight of something as mild as split innards at first. As there may be those with all intensity among your crew, we recommend taking the approach focused on positive reinforcement with the Sinner. He appears to possess a murderous gaze that he himself isn't aware of. This is a hopeful sign that he has the potential to grow into an expert of our company's profession with the right stimuli. Vogel? This boy looks awfully unnerved. Did he even join this company of his own accord?
더 해야 할 말이 있나요? 회사는 처음이라.
Is there anything else I need to say? I've worked for a company before.
뭐, 앞으로 남은 날은 많을 테니까.
Well, you'll learn the ropes in the coming days.
그럼 거기 괴짜 친구가 다음 타자하자.
Okay then, what you next, nerdy pal?
이상이라 하오.
I'm Yi-san. Formerly the youngest chief researcher at the Redacted Wing, this Sinner possesses higher intelligence compared to most others. I estimate that everyday conversation with Sinner will prove difficult for managers selected by our current screening process. Avoiding communication altogether will pose a risk of its own, however. If Sinner remains silent for a long time, that means he's currently processing enough deliberate thought. We'll recommend waiting patiently for him. That's it?
이상해요.
No smoke or mirrors. I waited for him to reveal that he was pulling a prank or something. But he just stared vacantly into the window disinterested.
답답하네요. 사회생활의 첫걸음은 인사잖아요.
I can't believe you people. Aren't proper introductions the first step of being a member of society?
저를 이스마일이라고 불러주세요.
Call me Ishmael, if you please. You may be disheartened by the defective state of many of your sinners, but do not worry, the sinner is one of the few who can carry out most missions without much complaint. She's likely to make reasonable judgments, so it's a good idea to start conversations while looking her way if you seek sound advice. However, you mustn't forget this sinner has survived an absurd journey in a far and wide body of water. But she's run deep. Once you take a wrong trust with her, it will be a difficult task to regain her trust. Hearse? Okay.
당신 덕택에 동강난 몸이 돌아왔다고 들었어요. 앞으로도 잘 부탁해요.
I heard you glued her bodies back together from pieces. I look forward to working with you. She gave a polite bow before returning to her seat. Although she emphasized socially, she didn't feel like the most amicable sort.
미안하게 됐네. 나는 사회생활하고는 거리가 좀 멀어서.
Sorry to disappoint, because I don't care too much for fitting in.
히스클리프. 멋대로 부수고 깨부수는 일은 전문으로 하고 다녔지.
Name's Heathcliff. Used to be a professional wrecker, for property and people alike. Revenge. This sinner prefers to take action rather than wait for logic to dictate his course. His thoughts and feelings are blatantly visible in his demeanor, and he's no intention of hiding them. The brashness may cause headaches or physical injury leading to a headache in the process of forming a relationship. Please do note that it's not an indication of serious damage to the sinner's thought process. If his fit of rage persists, please contact Human Resources Department. Just realize that he's the type that tends to be simple-minded. You'll have an easier time handling him.
누가 시켜서가 아니라 거슬리는 것들에게 하고 다니긴 했지만.
Not under anyone's orders, mind you. Only did it to buggers that got on my nerves.
당신도 조심하라고.
So you better watch it.
나는 윗사람이라고 거들먹거리는 사람한테 알레르기가 있거든.
I'm deadly allergic to cocky gaffers who think they can boss me around. I don't think I've done anything to give that impression yet.
드디어 이 몸의 차례인가? 난 돈키호테일세.
'Tis my turn to speak. I am Don Quixote. Impossible Dream? I'm guessing. I can read that. And Impossible Dream is a fantastic song. Oh, it's also here. There is no sinner that can outmatch this one's level of passion, if we were to measure it. An avid aficionada of all things fixer, she adorns herself with a variety of fixed-rated merchandise. It won't affect her performance in combat one way or another, so the need for you to restrict her from keeping her decorations. She's deeply immersed in the role of a righteous fixer, hence the exaggerated mannerisms akin to those of an actor. Has such a thing ever existed, really? It's advised to play along with her for a smooth mission.
그대와 함께 꿈을 향해 달려갈 해결사지. 잘 부탁하네.
I'm a fixer who shall sprint for the dreams side by side. A pleasure to have thee. A fixer? That definitely feels like a term I used to know.
해결사 말인가? 내가 대답해줄 수 있네. 도시를 수호하는 자들이지.
Dost thou wish to know what it is? I can answer thy question. Fixers are protectors of the city.
아, 도시에 대해서도 제대로 기억하지 못하겠군. 도시는
Perchance thou mayst struggle to remember the city. This.
나는 가벼운 인사를 나누라고 했던 것 같은데.
I believe I said this was for brief introductions.
두 번 말하게 하지 않았으면 좋겠어. 다음.
Don't make me say it twice.
폭로라고
Next.
한답니다. 잘해보자고요, 우리.
My name's Hung Woo. Hope we can get along well. I'm probably saying that wrong. Also no idea what this says. I feel like it's something related, at least related to the character. Could be something significant, but it's not in English, so I haven't a clue. A sinner who had lived an affluent life, becoming our company's asset. As such, he has a certain admiration for a free life. Occasionally, he may make an ignorant or unsavory questions in regards to the food cooked by certain other sinner or aspects of the life's lower culture. This can cause significant irritation for the other sinners. However, it's important to note there's no sarcastic undertones contained in his curiosity-driven inquiries, so so it is ill-advised to let them get physical over it.
우와, 당신 그 머리 근사한데요? 요새 유행하는 모델인가 보죠?
Oh, wow, look at you. Such a fascinating head there. Proper model these days, I suppose. No, this is not kind of...
제 취향은 아니지만.
It's not of my interest, though.
저건 무슨 말싸가지야?
What the hell's wrong with your attitude? He could have looked to be just moments away from swinging his bat. But when he realized the red gaze laid on him, he grunted and sat back down.
요슈.
It's Roshu. I need to stop clicking before I'm just finished speaking, given that they'll talk. Need to stop that. As they say, and more writing up here that I can't read. As they say, every person has their own creed. It's only right to respect it as the executive manager. But with some creeds, you may have difficulty in even simply pretending to sympathize. You have noticed that the sinner in question is a silent chain smoker whose eyes shine with a euphoric gleam only during battle. She believes that senselessly destroying the enemy's heads is an uncultured act. Step backwards for art. Caution: the sinner's background is one that even her company may have trouble handling. Advise that against making her breed personal resentment against you.
요르슈쿠.
Sure is nice to meet you. At what point was I supposed to laugh?
메르소, 그렇게 불러주시겠습니까?
Marisol? Please refer to me as such. Well? Right? Once clear and concise commands require no judgment on his part. You're pretty polite.
특별한 것이 아닙니다. 그저 보통의 태도입니다.
This isn't anything special. I'm simply behaving normally. I'm almost touched. Mercy.
네,
Yes. I felt as if something were gravely amiss with him, but I can't seem to pin it down exactly. The way she scanned me up and down was a little daunting.
저는
I felt almost compelled to bow to her, but she stopped me with a motion of her hand.
관리자님이 먼저 자세를 굽히려다니 당치도 않습니다.
Please, I'll never make my manager grovel before me.
본인은 오티스라고 합니다. 이전에 실례했던 부분을 사과드리고 싶습니다.
My name is Otis, and I'd like to apologize for my rudeness earlier. This sinner could serve as an excellent advisor depending on her capability. However, she has a meddlesome tendency, so it's advised to keep her satisfied with short replies of agreement. She's an expert when it comes to tactics and various pearls of wisdom about life, making her advice all the more valuable for your mission. In addition, she possesses a vast knowledge of workshop technologies. You could trust her with simple repairs at a boss. Notice, unlike the other sinners, accessing records pertaining to the past of the sinner is not permitted. Warning: keep an eye on this sinner. Be aware that she does not exercise her cunning intellect for purposes other than completing her company's mission. Rudeness?
이거 참 마음마저 이렇게 넓으실 줄이야.
Oh please, your generosity is a humbling sight.
역시 처음부터 저희를 이끄실 분이라는 걸 한눈에 알아봤습니다.
I knew at first glance you would have what it takes to lead us. Huh? Sorry?
인간의 대부분은 서로가 맞붙어 소음과 마찰을 이끌어내지만
While most humans cause noise and friction as a result of
그중
confrontation,
소수는 맞붙는 것으로 서로에게 이득이 되는 경우가 있다고 합니다.
some are able to reap mutual benefit from coming head to head.
검을 날카롭게 벼르기 위해선 그만큼 강한 숫돌이 필요한 것처럼
It can be compared to the relationship between a blade and a whetstone.
누구보다 관리자님을 위해 헌신하겠습니다. 편히 써주시기를.
I vow to serve you with unrivaled devotion, Executive Manager. My blade is yours to wield. That's reassuring. Thanks. I gave her an approving nod, even though I still don't get what she meant by her rudeness.
아까 숲에서는 불쌍하게 나뒹군다고 말하더니 잘도 그런 말을 성대 밖으로 꺼낼 수 있네요.
I'm amazed that at how you can sing such bold-faced high praise not too long after calling them a miserably rioting wretch. I think I see now.
제가 마지막이네요. 파우스트입니다.
Seems I'm the last. Faust is the name. Valparksnacht? Witch's Night? The sinner developed the engine of Mephistopheles, the boss operated by Limbus company. Claims there's no one city could rival her library of knowledge and wisdom. Something is here next to me. Ugh. Bastard. Fly. Moth. I caught it in the tissue, then it's absconded. And it landed on my back, startling me, and yeah. Got skin. Okay. I'm gonna go AFK for a moment. You might find her high and mighty attitude when she allows you to converse with her displeasing, but seen as how she treats everyone with subtle gestures of arrogance, there's no hope of her parting with it, ever. We recommend simply nodding once and getting over it. Even though she has an unparalleled genius, we can't quite figure out how to use this one. Perhaps we could be the one to find out. Oh, and she has it down there on her sword too. I noticed a few of them have the writing on their weapon, or on them, but only a few. Hmm. 50, 51, 52. 1, 2, 3.
당신의 인생 중 한 번 만날까 말까한 천재죠.
A genius with whom you're looking to cross paths even once in your life.
납득하지 못한 듯한 반응이군요, 단테.
Sounds like you aren't convinced, Dante.
괜찮습니다. 경험을 통해 차차 이해할 수 있을 거예요.
That's fine. You'll come to learn all in due time. Learn what?
파우스트가 진귀한 천재였다는 사실을 말이에요.
That Faust is indeed a brilliant mind.
관측자가 깨닫지 못한다 하여 사실이 진실이 되는 일은 없으니까요.
When a proverbial tree falls, the fact that its sound cannot become truth when the outside observer fails to recognize it. Okay.
소개는 여기까지.
That's enough greetings.
단테, 당신의 직무를 알려드리죠.
Dante, let me explain your new occupation. You mean as the manager?
관리자를 말하는 거냐고 묻고 있어요.
They're asking if the job you're about to explain is that of a manager. Come to think of it, that red-eyed man couldn't hear me, like the sinners.
맞습니다. 관리자 단테. 당신은 지금 소개받은 이 12의 수감자와 함께 지옥을 기행하게 될 것입니다.
That's correct, Executive Manager Dante. You'll embark on a trip to the Inferno with the 12 sinners who've just introduced themselves. The Inferno? Inferno? Why should I go to hell?
자신이 지옥으로 가야 하는 이유를 묻네요.
They're asking why they need to travel to the Inferno.
지옥의 끝에는 보물이 기다리고 있으니까 그렇게 말하면 되겠습니까?
How about this? Treasure awaits at the end of the road. Would that suffice? I don't seem to have a way to full screen this. I think I have to hit F11 to do so, i.e. stopping the recording again. I've been designing to do that as little as possible because I missed the 6-hour sessions I used to have, 8-hour sessions I used to have. Even if I only record for 3 hours, that's fine, but it's a single session. I go in, slice, move on, rather than having 20 fucking 7 things for one session. Like seriously, I went past the end of the alphabet. I start before A, so it's just session 1. then session 1A, and then I go down to Z, and then the whole system breaks down. I don't. You mean I used to be a treasure hunter or something?
아예 알아듣질 못하는군요.
They can't seem to get you at all.
이해를 요구한 건 아닙니다, 단테. 의사를 물은 것도 아니죠.
I did not ask for your understanding, Dante, nor was this a question of your willingness.
기억과 머리를 되찾고 싶다면 제 말을 들어야 할 겁니다.
You'll have to listen to me if you want to reclaim your memories and original head. I mean, I do want them back, but
미적거리네요.
you're hesitant.
파우스트 씨, 단테가 계속해서 거부하면 우린 어떻게 되는 거지?
Miss Fa,
거부할 거란 예상은 없었잖아.
it's hard to know when it ends and when I'm just waiting for. It's hard to know if it's continuing or am I just waiting like an idiot. I want to. I hesitate a moment, then go to read, and then he keeps speaking. The break is fine. I'm just like, I want to get talking. I want to see more, you know. And it's just me being overeager. Yeah. Miss Faust, what will we do if Dante keeps on refusing to cooperate? This is not a scenario we'd anticipated.
무슨 말씀을? 파우스트는 모든 것을 예상한답니다.
Preposterous. Faust anticipates every possibility.
단테, 모든 임무를 마치고 나면
Dante, once you complete all your missions,
당신은 성위를 새길 수 있을 거예요.
being able to engrave the aspect.
제가 보증하죠.
I can promise you that. Aspect, a word that strikes my mind intensely. Even though my memories are gone, my underlying instincts are responding strongly to it. Led by intuition, I make my choice.
보이죠? 고개를 끄덕이잖아요.
좋아, 계속 가면 되겠어.
Good, then we can continue.
그런데 카론, 아까부터 왜 출발을 안 하고 있지? 졸았나?
By the way, Karen, why isn't the bus moving? Were you dozing off?
버스 기사는 졸음 쉼터에서만 졸아, 베르.
A bus driver only snoozes at rest spots, Berg.
매피 앞에 이상한 놈들이 서성이고 있었어.
Weirdos were hanging around in front of Mephi.
카론, 말했잖아. 버스에 무슨 일이 생기면 곧바로 알려야 한다니까.
I told you, Karen, if anything happens with the bus, you've got to let me know right away. Mephi? Who's that?
메피스토 팰레스. 이 버스의 이름이자 버스를 구동하는 엔진의 이름.
Mephistopheles, the name of this bus and the engine that runs it.
그리고 파우스트의 심혈을 기울인 역작이죠.
And Faust's magnum opus cordis. Not used to the cordis part.
지옥을 순항하기에는 걸맞는 나룻배가 아닐 수 없지.
An ideal ferry boat to bear us across the inferno.
그렇게 생각하지 않습니까, 단테?
Wouldn't you agree, Dante? Wasn't sure what he was getting at, so I turned away to look through the windows instead of giving him a reply.
보아하니 뒷골목에 기거하는 익숙한 쥐새끼들이군.
Looks like they're just another pack of dirty rats living in the back streets.
마침 잘 됐습니다, 단테. 지휘를 연습하기는 더할 나위 없는 조건이군요.
This is just right time, Dante. This should make perfect targets for practicing your commands.
단테, 처음 전투에서는 생략한 부분이 많았어요.
Dante, I skipped over many details during our first battle.
제대로 설명할 시간이 없었으니까요.
We were short on time, after all.
하지만 그런 식으로만 전투가 이뤄지면 우리는 항상 도륙날 거고.
However, we'll be slaughtered frequently if no improvements are made to your strategy.
당신은 우리를 살리기 위해 의미 없는 고통을 느껴야만 하겠죠.
And in turn, you'll have to endure senseless pain over and over again to revive us. Pain? Revive? You mean what happened earlier was...
네, 당신이 시계를 돌려주었기에 우리는 살아나는 거랍니다.
Yes, we're brought back to life because you turned back the clock.
당장 필요한 설명은 아닌 듯합니다, 파우스트 씨.
I don't believe that much is necessary, Miss Faust.
자잘한 담소는 나중에. 너희들 전원 하차.
Save the chat for later. Sinners off the boss.
전투에 대한 설명을 이어가죠.
Allow me to elaborate on combat. After Sinner uses let's go. You could send every Sinner into battle at once, yes, but commanding so many personnel at once will not make it will not be an easy task. Therefore, I will inform you of the appropriate number of participants depending on the particularities of each battle. For this occasion, 5 Sinners will make an appropriate force. Select 5 Sinners you would like to deploy for this battle. You can select the lower half of each Sinner card to deploy them. First, please select Faust.
따라가겠어요.
Precise work. Select the rest of the Sinners you would like to deploy for this encounter.
내가 필요해?
앞장서시오.
네. 문제 없.
최선을 다해볼게.
Select to battle. Will commence battle with the Sinners you've deployed.
하라고? 나? 뭐 최선은 다해보겠.
I wish there were subtitles. All actions are dictated by speed value. What is speed? Speed is a random number chosen from within a given range each turn. The positions of units are rearranged every turn according to their speeds. Those with lower speeds are placed in front, making them easier targets. Ah, now I can see the stats. Heads hit inflicts +1 rupture count. Rupture when hit by an attack. When hit by an attack, take fixed damage based on the effect's potency, then reduce its count by 1. Inflicts 2 rupture or 1 rupture count. So it's the same. When there's levels to the skills. 10 plus 3, 7 plus 2. Then there's 2 over 9, 3 over 13, drag and swipe. And that means last stage struggle. Different things you can pop. Okay, let's see. The event skills lose final power by the effects count for 1 turn. Clash win. Inflict 1 defensive power down. Heads hit. Inflict 1 tremor count. When attacked by skills that trigger tremor burst, raise the stagger threshold by the effect's potency. The end of the turn, reduce the count by 1. Heads hit. 1. Inflict 2 bleed. Heads hit, inflict 2 bleed on 2. When tossing an attack coin, take fixed damage by the effect's potency, then reduce the count by 1. Sinking. When hit by an attack, take fixed SP damage by the effect's potency. Units with no sanity instead take wound damage instead, then reduce its count by 1. 2. Heads hit, inflict 1 sinking count. Okay, this is 1 sinking count and inflict 1 sinking. Is it the same thing or what? Might be a significance. Deflect and end stop stab. This is the same in either case. Offensive level down. Offensive level decreases based on the effect's potency for 1 turn. Inflict 2 offensive level down next turn. Upward slash. Okay, they're all picking their own targets.
좋아, 간다.
Before using a skill, characters will flip coins to determine its final power value. Higher power means higher damage. The number of coins indicates how many attacks are made. 2 coins means 2 hits. When using a skill, characters will flip coins to determine its final power value. Higher power means higher damage. Usually if a coin lands on heads, its power will be added to the skill's power. Looks like the skill will be strengthened this time. The added power persists over to the next coin toss. At the start of each turn, a skill slot will be added for a sinner in the order that they were deployed during team setup, regardless if the sinner is staggered, in panic, or ego corrosion. Paralyze. Fix the power of coins to 0 for 1 turn, with 1 coin per the effect's count. When a sinner and their target both use attack skills, a clash occurs. A clash occurs when 2 characters attack each other. The side with the higher power wins, removing 1 coin from the loser. If both sides still have coins, more clashes will occur onto one side has lost all of its coins. Ooh, that was happening in the tutorial fight. The side that loses all of their coins will have their attack skill cancelled. The winner will then attack with the remaining coins, gaining a damage bonus based on the total number of clashes. In a clash, the clash power of 2 skills is compared, and the side with the greater power wins. The gauge and text shown at the top of the screen predict your odds of winning. Oh, and you can see which one, like how they rate here. I'm doing this because the 3 greens match up, then these 2 yellows match up.
좋아, 간다.
지금이 기회입니다. 당연한 결과죠.
The blue orb next to a character's health bar is an indicator of their sanity or SP. It has a range of -45 to +45. Units with higher sanity have a higher chance of their coin flips landing heads. Defeating enemies boost sanity, while allies' deaths will harm sanity. Enemy units at low sanity may fall into states of low morale or panic. You can view the effects and ailments on a unit in the indicated area. Does not act when hit. This unit is defeated after the skill ends. The next 1 times this unit tosses an attack skill coin, take 2 fixed damage. Other foes have fallen into panic, now's your chance. Give us your orders at your discretion.
폭들을 제거하겠소.
이 정도야?
Victory.
아까보다는 쓸만해 보이는군요, 단테.
You're looking much more useful than before, Dante. They all got away, save for one though. Shouldn't we go after them?
놓친 적을 걱정하네요.
They're worried over the foes we lost.
걱정할 건 없습니다. 마침 가야 할 길이었으니 가론.
No need for concern. That's the direction we're heading anyway. Garon?
발판을 꽂고 신나는 기분으로 달릴게.
Metal touches metal, up for an exciting ride. The sinners you've deployed in last encounter will be automatically selected for next, leaving trouble selecting them again. Feel free to change them before entering the battle, however.
따라갈 준비는 끝났습니다.
Please form a chain of skills and more to teach you. It's neutral way. Favored, neutral, favored. Attack types and affinities. Skills have two major properties. Their attack type and sin affinity. The attack types are slash, pierce, and blunt. The sin affinities are wrath, lust, sloth, gluttony, gloom, pride, and envy. Gloom. That's a new one. Combined with resistances, attack types, and affinities, determine the damage of skills. Here you can check the attack type and sin affinity of your sinner's skills. Here you can see the resistances and weaknesses of each unit up here. This Hogan is vulnerable to slash attacks. I wish I could, target this stuff. Get like hover over data.
금방 다녀올게.
You can also use defensive skills to deal with an enemy offense. Defense skills activate against the enemy attack paired with it. The defense skill that's impaired will activate when the unit is subject to an unopposed attack. Unlike attack skills, defense skills need to be generated. Let's generate a guard skill first. If you'd be so kind as to press Gregor's portrait. Defense skills guard. Guard creates a shield with health equal to its power value. Shield will absorb incoming damage first. Using guard multiple times in a single turn will have it activate that many times. Good. Guard skill has been generated. Let's do the same for a counter skill. If you be so kind as press Raj's portrait. Unlike other defense skills, counter has an affinity which generates its corresponding ego resource. When using counter, the unit will launch on an unopposed attack after being hit. However, the unit cannot launch a counter while staggered. Good marked. Lastly, we'll generate an evade skill. If you so kind as press fast forward. When using evade, the character will dodge if the invades. When using evade, the character will dodge if the evade's final power value is greater than or equal to the incoming attacks. The attack will hit with full force if evade's power is lower, so be careful. These skills have been generated without a problem. Now utilize them and continue battle. Goals eliminate all of your enemies.
금방 다녀올게. 겨우 이 정도야?
Can't seem to generate any new ones.
행동을 개시합니다. 지금이 기회입니다. 적을 난파시켰습니다.
한 건 했다. 맛있는 거 준비해줘. 한 건 했다. 맛있는 거 준비해줘, 단테.
Ah, there we go, full screen. Okay. They only have Korean voices, or whatever this is. Imagining they had it in English, but they don't. That's fine. It's just I'm annoyed that I can't understand what they're saying when they're talking here. Everywhere else is subtitled, but this bit.
좋은 전략이네요. 가보자.
혹의 거울은 깨졌어.
잠시만요.
Give me a second.
뭐죠?
What is it?
저는 정체되지 않고 나아갈 수 있다는 말에 여기에 합류한 거예요.
I joined this company because I was told I'll be able to advance my career without slowing down.
그런데 지금은 쥐새끼도 아니고 계속 의미 없는 폭력만.
But right now, it's nothing but meaningless violence like we're rats or something.
의미가 없진 않소. 저들은 우리를 공격하는 악이지 않소.
I object to its meaninglessness. Those were evildoers who attacked us.
시끄러워요. 좀 조용히 좀 해봐요.
Please just be quiet for a moment.
아무튼 이런 용역 폭력단 같은 행동만 명령할 거라면 다른 일을 하는 것도 고민해봐야 할 것 같아요.
Anyway, if all we're gonna do is beat up people under orders like hired thugs, I'll have to consider changing jobs sooner or later.
입사 계약서를 제대로 안 읽으셨나요?
Haven't you read your contract?
퇴사는 허용될 수 없답니다.
Resignation is not permitted.
계약하면서 말한 이야기가 거짓말이라도 그 계약이 효력이 있을 거라 생각하는 건가요?
Do you think the contract has any sway if it's based on lies?
당연히 효력이 있죠.
Of course it does.
애초에 거짓말은 없었으니까.
There are no lies on it.
네?
Huh?
설마 제가 메피스토펠레스를 그저 운송만 하는 버스로 만들었을 것 같았나요?
You didn't think Mephistopheles was built to be a mere means of transportation, did you?
루피는 항상 배고프다. 그래서 울어.
Mephi is always hungry and keeps crying. The bus gets hungry?
엔진이 연료를 섭취할 때 생기는 부산물.
When the engine ingests fuel, it yields a byproduct.
여러분은 그걸 통해 강해질 수 있어요.
Using that, you can grow more powerful.
이상 씨는 잘 알고 계시겠죠? 거울 속에서 모든 가능성을 끄집어낸다면
I'm sure Yi Sang knows this well. When all possibilities are drawn from the mirror,
성장 또한 제약이 없어.
there's no limit to one's growth.
거울 속에 나는 나인가 아니면 또 다른 누구인가.
Is the self in the mirror my reflection or another being entirely? Possibilities. You draw what exactly? One of Mephistopheles' various functions is extraction. You can collect various identities and ego from here. I've been merely standing here as the day has faded. Extract one. And here's the gotcha system.
누구보다 신속하게 그들에게 침묵을 안겨드리죠.
With impeccable swiftness, I will render them silent. You've acquired a new identity. With new identities, an ego will be contributive to improving our combat performance. Now let's return to battle. Battles can be accessed via the drive window. Prologue. Salva Oscura. Select the top part of Sinners to swap them out for a different identity. Select Sinner Ishmael, if you will. From this menu, you may select one of the identities you've extracted to deploy them into battle. Please select the new acquired identity for Ishmael. She Association South Section 5. Well done. Selecting identities appropriate for the particularities of each battle is the path of victory. Now select the to battle button.
목표인가요? 손쉽죠. 그렇군요. 이런 걸 의미했던 건가요?
I remember like looking at the wiki about some of these personalities. Some of them are based off of like known characters, like the references to known characters, while others are just this character if they worked over, for this organization or something. It's more of a vague kind of thing. While others are explicit references to different characters. Let's see. This is what that was about.
너무 마음이 급할 필요는 없어요, 이스마엘. 버스가 향하면 자연히.
There's no need to get impatient, Ishmael. As the bus goes onward, you'll naturally.
자연히 시정잡배 같은 일보다 중요한 걸 맡게 될 거야.
You'll naturally take on more important tasks than beating the life out of random crooks.
목표에 도달하는 게 마음을 재촉하고 있겠지만 참아보라고.
I know you're eager to achieve your goals, but do try to have patience.
거울 세계에 있는 우리들의 모든 가능성 중 하나를 끄집어내는 거니까 기억이 조금 더 쉬워졌을 거예요.
Since this works by whisking out one of our limitless possibilities from the mirror world, I'll have overridden a part of our memories.
곧 익숙해질 거예요.
You'll get used to it in no time.
뭐야? 그거 좀 위험해 보이는데?
Oh, hang on. It sounds a bit dangerous, don't it?
이러다가 내가 아니게 되는 거 아니야?
What if I'm no longer my old self by the end?
여러분은 테세우스의 배가 아니에요.
Don't mistake yourselves for the ship of Theseus.
인격과 기억을 빌리기는 하겠지만 주도권을 잃도록 설계되어 있지는 않아요.
While it's true you borrowed the identities and memories, the system is designed to ensure that you don't lose control over your own existence.
거울에 비추는 나는 사뭇 다를 수 있으나 거울 밖을 벗어나면 거울 속의 형체 또한 잃기에.
Different though your reflection may be, it is bound to vanish once you walk away from the mirror.
저희가 어떻게 성장할지는 단테 씨에게 달렸어요.
How our capability grows ultimately depends on you, Manager Dante.
거울 세계의 다양한 가능성을 가장 효과적인 타이밍에 더 씌우는 일을 하실 테니.
It is up to you to place the most effective fragment of possibility on us at the right times.
메타몰프시스를 말하는 건가?
I believe that's what you call a metamorphosis.
네, 일종의 탈퇴이자 변신이라 할 수 있죠.
Yes, I suppose you could say it's a form of transformation.
어머? 그런 어려운 단어는 어디서 알았대?
Golly, where'd you learn big words like that?
주워들었다. 이 사람 저 사람 많이 만나봐야 하는 일을 했었거든.
I picked it up. My prior profession required meeting people with various occupations.
변신이라.
Verwandlung? Also fitting that Gregor comes in here about metamorphosis. Phone's dead, so I'm not hooking this up.
담소는 끝났나?
Done chatting?
일단 길부터 뚫자고. 어차피 지겨울 정도로 붙어 있을 테니. 뭐
My hands twitch. Corroded sinners will lash out indiscriminately, so be careful. Each character's skill set. This is the list of skills from which they draw. First character, to open their info tab.
임무 중에 찾아오시면 안 되는데.
Sinner, you control your own group of skills. A number of them from these skill sets will be randomly selected in the point on the dashboard. New skills are treated as discarded from the set. They will not reappear until every skill in the skill set has been used, thus refilled. Additionally, attack skills have an offense level, and clashes the differences in offense levels may affect the outcome. That should cover the basics of your Sinner skills. Now, give them your orders. That one's liked better. Let's see. Analytic Eye. Deal plus 10% damage to units with negative status effects.
좋아, 간다.
Besides skills, your Sinners have passive abilities. Sinners in battle have their combat passives active. Sinners who are not directly participating in battle will provide aid with their support passives. To put theory into practice, activate the passive by chaining 2 pride skills. There we go, Pride, Analytic Eye. Ah. This portion will indicate what passives are active. Passives activate when you possess a certain number of ego reserves or chain skills of certain affinities to cause resonance.
그 누구도 볼 수 없게.
폭의 거울은 깨졌어.
완전한 침묵.
Our current encounter comes in multiple waves. To help us with this, your Sinners possess powerful skills called Ego, manifested by resonating with their emotions. To use Ego, you need Ego resources. Give you the Ego resources, you... One sec. 1, 2, 3. You can... As this first time trying your hand at Ego, I've collected necessary resources for you. It's a special power, so you need to gather them on your own from now on. Sinners who can use Ego will be highlighted. Ego skills must be generated on the dashboard, much like defensive skills. Press and hold to highlight a portrait. I didn't get to see that. Representation emitter. After attack, heal 8 SP for 4 hours with the least SP. Corrode. Consume Ego resources, generate an Ego skill. Icon dash. Ego skills can be cancelled by tapping on the portrait twice once you've added dashboard. Ego skills are cancelled and resources will be refunded. It's a powerful equipment that manifests by resonating with your Sinner's emotions. To use an Ego, you need an Sin affinity based use Sin affinity based Ego resources. Whenever you use attack skill, you will gain Ego resource matching its affinity. On top of requiring Ego resources, Ego takes a toll on Sinner's sanity. A low sanity Sinner might suffer from Ego corrosion. Sinners corroded by Ego will ignore your commands, so ensure that Sinners are in good mental health. After using Ego skill, its passive ability will activate on next turn and further empower the center for the rest of battle. Make good use of the variety of passives that the Ego has to offer. Wave of Depression. The target of the rightmost skill on the dashboard loses SB by 2 times Gloom ABS after the attack. Abnormalities take Gloom damage instead. Ego Overclock can be stable or unstable depending on resource available. Overclocking spends 1.5 times as many Ego resources and SB as the Ego skill's usual cost. To overclock an Ego skill, you will need to possess at least based Ego resource cost. If you have the base cost but not enough for overclock, the overclock cost will be subtracted from your possession beyond 0. The unit can still be corroded upon overclocking. In this case, only the base Ego resource will be consumed. Stable overclocked Ego skills have the same effects and damage values as corrosion skill, while being able to distinguish allies from foes. Unstable overclock skills carry the risk of targeting indiscriminately, the same effects and values as corrosion skill. Attack skills can be single target or multi-target. The latter are called AoE skills. It seems the Ego that's about to be played has an AoE skill. Area effect skills. Targets of AoE skills are divided into 2 categories, main target and sub-targets. Clashes with AoE skills can only occur from the chosen main target. If an AoE skill loses clash, attack will be cancelled for every target. Sub-targets are determined by the targeting range of the skill. AoE skills target enemy skill slots. Each AoE skill has an attack weight, ATK weight. Each slot has a weight which can take up a portion of an AoE skill's attack weight. Each slot has a weight which can take up a portion of an AoE skill's attack weight. In regular encounters, an enemy is only targeted once by an AoE skill, even if the unit is taking up multiple targets. In focused encounters, the slots in their body parts are only attacked once, even if said slots are taking up multiple targets. One, two. Had to stop again.
그 누구도 볼 수 없게.
겨우 이 정도야.
모든 결과들은 파우스트가 알아요.
Faust knows all outcomes. Utilizing Ego will be an important part of your strategy. Before we proceed, allow me to introduce you to a useful feature. You can now let the game chain skills for you. Chains will be automatically chosen depending on what button you press. Damage and win rate auto-chaining. Win rate picks skills most likely to win clashes. Damage, as the name implies, picks skills that can hurt the enemies most. For regular encounters, auto-chaining is only available on stages where we've cleared the X conditions. Auto-chaining can also always be used for focus encounters. Sorry, spit went with my breath. Note that auto-chains are not necessarily the guaranteed optimal solution.
금방 다녀올게.
완전한 침묵.
혹의 거울은 깨졌어. 혹의 거울은 깨졌어.
길이 열렸어. 하지만 베르, 메피가 달리기만 했어도 길은 뚫렸을 거야.
Road's clear, but Ferg, Mephi could have just run them over just fine. Huh? What did they fight for then? Sensing a rattling agitation in my gestures, Virgil stepped in.
진정하시죠, 단테.
Calm yourself, Dante.
걸음마도 떼지 못한 아이에게 달리기를 시킬 순 없지 않겠습니까?
It's not right to ask Taro to run when it's yet to take its first steps.
걸어볼 기회가 있다면 직접 걷고 나서 달리셔야죠.
You need every opportunity to try and walk before you're made to run.
그리고 단테,
Furthermore, Dante,
당신은 관리자. 저들의 관리를 하는 게 업무입니다.
as the manager, it's your job to manage your staff.
나는 길잡이. 어디를 가고 어떻게 개척할지는 내가 판단합니다.
And I am the guide. I decide where we go and how we arrive there.
알겠습니까?
Do you get it?
토달지 말라고.
Don't argue with me. How am I not supposed to question a stranger who can't even hear me?
째깍거리긴 하는데 뭐라고 하는 거지, 파우스트 씨?
I heard ticking. So what did he say, Miss Faust?
별말 없었습니다.
Nothing much.
긍정을 성대하기도 하는군. 앞으론 고개만 끄덕여도 좋습니다, 단테.
Some verbose agreement that was. No, it should have been enough to let me know that you approved, Dante.
그럼 메피, 출발하자. 야호.
Now, Mephi, off we go.
카론, 기분이 어때?
How are you feeling, Carol?
매우 신나. 날아갈 것 같습니다, 카론.
Extreme excitement. About to walk on air, reports Carol.
좋아.
Good. So, where are we going?
베르길리우스, 그가 목적지를 묻습니다.
Virgilius, they would like to know the destination.
말했던 것 같습니다만, 단테.
I believe I told you that already, Dante. But just where are we going? With his sigh, the bus shuddered and started to rumble forward.
출발할게. 부릉부릉.
지역으로 출발하지.
Ah, the Millie song. Hopefully I don't get in trouble for having that song here. Ooh, that number's rapidly plummeting. Top left. Hopefully that's not our doing.